Hi guys, welcome to the Know You More Facebook Live on knowing confidence this week. So we've all been there. You get asked to do something at work that you've never done before, or you have to speak in front of 50 people, or you're trying to summon up the courage to go ask out the really hot guy or hot girl at the bar, and it happens. You get a dry mouth, sweaty hands, massive pit stains, you can't speak, you fumble with your words, your hands are trembling, your heart's beating out of your chest. It's not a nice experience. So, but everyone wants to feel more confident in those situations. Who doesn't? Who doesn't want to feel more self-assured, more capable, more belief in what they're doing? It's a bit of a moving beast though, confidence, because when we have confidence, we don't really notice that we've got it because we feel comfortable. But when it's not there, we really notice. It's quite a tangible feeling. We are, having those feelings in our bodies and our minds are racing. We might be criticising ourselves, saying, I don't know how to do this, I don't know what I'm doing, everyone's going to figure out that I don't know what I'm doing. Or our mind might go completely blank, which is also pretty unhelpful. So today's topic is all about knowing confidence, and we've got 5 things for you to have a think about when you're not feeling so confident. So number 1 is, don't compare yourself to other people. So what we tend to see is a finished product when we're looking at things in our lives. If someone's delivering a speech, we see the finished article. If we're looking on Instagram or Facebook, it's always kind of the best picture or the best version of something that we're seeing. So it's not necessarily reality. We don't necessarily see the process that someone's going through to get there, and it's a little bit less glamorous to see the process as well. So, and it's not just society that we kind of compare ourselves to, it's also sometimes our mates. And if someone's really got their stuff together and you haven't so much, then you might start thinking, oh, I don't really know what I'm doing, I don't really know where I'm going. But starting where you are, and rather than where you think you should be or where somebody else is a much better place to start than comparing yourself to somebody else. But it's much easier said than done, to suddenly stop comparing yourself to other people, because we do it all the time. But starting to notice that you're comparing yourself to other people is quite a helpful thing, because the more you do it, the closer you're going to get to being able to let go of constantly comparing yourself to others. So that's number 1. Number 2 is work out your confidence guns. So confidence is a bit like a muscle. The more you kind of test stuff and do things, the more it's going to grow. If you think about an Olympic athlete or a surgeon or a public speaker, they're not going to feel confident or like they know what they're doing the first time they do it, or the second time, or the 10th time, or maybe even the 100th time. There's still going to be an element of uncertainty and unconfidence there, but the more you do it, the more it grows, the more your confidence grows. And there's one thing for sure, if you don't do something, you're never going to feel more confident. Everyone's always had to start on the bottom rung in life, no matter where you see them now, and almost everyone will have messed up or felt like an idiot or acted like an idiot or felt terrified at some point. And those are uncomfortable feelings, but they're necessary for you to get there, which leads nicely onto number 3, which is become friends with discomfort. So it's a pretty useful thing to become friends with the discomfort, because if you are expecting for those feelings to somehow disappear when you magically have more confidence, then that's probably never going to happen. Each time you try something new in your life, you're probably going to feel like you go back to square one and you've got no confidence. So it's really helpful to be able to kind of know that you're probably going to feel discomfort when you're trying something new, than if you're expecting to feel really good about it. It's really natural. If you care about something and you want to do a good job, it's really natural to feel uncomfortable about it and to have those feelings of, you know, dry mouth, heart beating, sweating, all those lovely things. And it's kind of obvious, but stepping outside your comfort zone doesn't feel comfortable, right? And it's okay to feel that. It's okay to feel uncomfortable, and everybody feels uncomfortable. Everyone, at least at some point in their life. And like I say, if you're kind of waiting until you feel ready, or waiting until you don't feel comfortable anymore, then the chances are you're going to be waiting for a very long time. But where that leads to, where stepping into that discomfort leads to, is really awesome, because it gives you a bigger comfort zone, and it gives you the opportunity to become more confident and to step into the things that you want to do in your life. All those people that we kind of inspire in our lives will have all had failures and setbacks. You know, you look at Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, Richard Branson, Barack Obama, people that, you know, a lot of people look up to or are inspired by. They will have definitely had setbacks and failures in their lives, but they keep on going. And don't forget as well that everything's impermanent in life, in that you're not going to always feel the way you do in the moment when you're unconfident. If you're feeling unsure, uncertain, all those things, they'll pass at some point. So they're not going to be there for the duration of the rest of your life. Yeah, and talking about kind of inspirational figures and that, you know, they manage to keep going regardless of those feelings of discomfort as well, leads on to the number 4, which is getting clear on why. So getting clear on why is about getting clear on why something is important to you and why you really want the end result. Really knowing that and really kind of wanting something means that you're a lot more willing to withstand the discomfort that comes with not feeling confident or not feeling sure about something. It's quite easy to lose sight of your clarity and of your direction when you start having those awkward feelings come up and those feelings of discomfort. It kind of would be easier to go and hide and not do it and not face it. But that also means that we lose out on something. We lose out on the potential prize at the end. We lose out on the opportunities in life. Getting really clear on why you really want something means you've got that drive and determination. All those people that I just mentioned, they really cared about something, and it gave them the ability and the resilience to step forwards and do something regardless of how it felt. And number 5, the last one, is learning to laugh at yourself. So we take stuff seriously because we care about it. And I'm not trying to suggest that you shouldn't take things seriously or want to do things in your life. But in the grand scheme of life, I don't think there's many people who would say that they'd rather not have done things that were uncomfortable versus really striving for something they believed in and putting up with the pain that comes with that sometimes. We're human beings. We fail, we fall down, we mess up sometimes, but we also get back up again. And learning to laugh can help you to build that resilience too. They say that we're the sum of the 5 people that we hang around with the most. So enlist friends and family who can help you laugh at yourself, who can help boost you up in your moments of doubt, who can help bring out the best in you, and who can be kind to you when you're not being quite so kind to yourself, and who can really support you so that you've got more of a chance of nailing it next time. And also who help you celebrate the little wins as well as the big wins, because sometimes when you're feeling unconfident, really tiny achievements are actually pretty awesome because you're taking a step further and further up the ladder to getting to where you want to be. So those were the 5 things to remember. So number 1 is try and let go of comparing yourself to other people. It's not a helpful thing to do. Start where you are. Number 2, work out those confidence guns. Keep going, because every time you do something that feels uncomfortable, you're going to get more confident, you're going to build more strength. Number 3 is making friends with discomfort. It's unfortunately probably not going to go away, so make friends with it. It's going to be there. Do it anyway. Number 4 is getting clear on your why. Why do you really want it? That's going to help to bolster you up and support you when you're moving towards what you want to do. And number 5 is laugh at yourself a bit. We all make idiots of ourselves sometimes, and that doesn't mean you're a bad person, it just means you're a human being. So as well, before I check and see if there's any questions, I just wanted to give you 3 questions as well to think about if you're having a moment of feeling unsure, a bit unconfident about something. 3 questions that you can ask yourself to help support you through it. So number 1 is, why do you want it? It's kind of getting clear on the why bit. Why do you want to do it? Why is it important to you? That really helps you to kind of decide whether or not you do want to go through this feeling of discomfort. Number 2 is, what will happen if you do it? And that could be the good things that will come of it, the things that you really want, but also maybe the things that you're really afraid of. Sometimes actually naming them and getting them out, either by talking to somebody or by writing them down, can help them to feel less huge, because you kind of know, okay, there's 5 things that I'm worried about here, rather than it being this huge kind of cataclysmic thing in your head. And number 3 is, what will happen if you don't do it? So what will you potentially lose out on if you don't do this thing that you're feeling unconfident about? So it's, why do you want it? What will happen if you do it? And what will happen if you don't do it? Okay, let's see if there's any questions. It's not looking like there are, so that's cool. But again, as last time, if you've got questions about things, please post them on the Facebook wall or drop us a message and ask away, because we want to make sure that we are giving you the information that's really going to support you to be awesome. So yeah, next week on Monday at 5 o'clock, we're going to be doing another Facebook Live, and this time it's on knowing time. So, and that's going to be all about focus, productivity, procrastination, doing one thing at a time. So please tune in then and join us for another Facebook Live. Okay, cheers. Bye.